guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shantiana. I'm sitting outside today because it's a beautiful day here in Michigan and this is just the best lighting I can get. My girls are sleeping right now, they're taking their naps, so I'm going to try to power through this video. How I lost over 60 pounds after having my first daughter. If you are new around here, I have two little girls and I'm currently 9 months postpartum, so I'm on a whole other weight loss journey this time around, and I am down 45 pounds this time. So I still have a little ways to go, but I wanted to share my experience in hopes to help someone else know that they can do it too, and it doesn't have to be one of these like extreme diets like keto or just being super low carb or super restrictive or doing these intense crazy like spin classes or workouts. Like, you can lose a lot of weight in a relatively short amount of time just by making some healthier choices and figuring out what works for you, what works for your body, and finding a balance. I tend to ramble, so I'm gonna just jump right into my journey and kind of tell you guys how I lost the weight. But first and foremost, I want to kind of give a little background and let you guys know how I got to that weight. Please don't forget to leave any like comments or questions below if you feel like I left something out. Please don't forget to subscribe. Prior to having any babies, I was about 138. I typically would kind of fluctuate between 138 and 142. That was just my weight that I sat at. I didn't work out, I didn't eat super healthy. I actually ate like a toddler, whatever I want whenever I wanted it, but usually in smaller amounts. Like, I never ate like a lot of food, but I have a killer sweet tooth. I love sweets. Like, I'm a sucker for cakes, cookies, Pop-Tarts, brownies, like any of that kind of stuff. And when I first got pregnant, the first trimester, actually like the first trimester and most of the second trimester, I didn't really gain any weight. And I remember being so nervous and thinking like, maybe my baby is going to be small, or why am I not gaining weight? Why don't I have a bump yet? Like, all of these crazy thoughts. And when I started packing on the pounds, like, I did not stop. I gained a total of like 65 pounds or 68 pounds. I don't even know. I started at 138, and the day before I gave birth, I was 216. None of my doctors, because my practice, you see 5 different doctors, none of the doctors mentioned anything to me. I didn't have gestational diabetes or anything like that. I didn't have like any complications. I was very, very swollen, but besides that, like, everything in my pregnant was healthy and fine, and my doctors never said like, hey, every time you come in you're gaining another 3 pounds or 5 pounds. Like, they never said anything, so I didn't really think anything of it. And people always tell you, like, when you're pregnant, like, you're eating for 2 and like this is your time to eat, and people always say that they enjoy being pregnant because they get to just not care about what they eat. And I personally advise against that for anyone who's pregnant and who is not typically very healthy with their eating and doesn't have like a workout regimen, because when you are all done and you have your baby, the weight doesn't just fall off how you see on, you know, like social media or how you see celebrities. It's not going to just fall off. It's not just going to disappear. You're going to have to work really, really hard, and you have to rebuild your eating habits, and you have to learn new habits, and it's really difficult. It's not easy. And that's the last thing you want to really be like stressing and focusing on when you have a new baby. At least for me it was. So the first week or 2 after I had my daughter, I don't think I really dieted or cared. There were some things like sushi that I couldn't eat when I was pregnant that I just had to have. There were just things that I wanted to eat when I felt like myself, kind of, and normal, and not like wobbling around and carrying a baby. That first week or 2, I had a lot of takeout, and I just kind of ate whatever I was craving, whatever I wanted. When I finally stepped on the scale, I lost about 20 pounds, so I was down to like 195, just a week after having my daughter. And I stayed there. Like, I thought I was gonna keep losing, and I was like, oh, this is great, you know, people just drop the pounds after they have a baby. And my daughter was 8 pounds 12 ounces, so a decent sized baby. I dropped the 20 pounds, but mind you, I gained 65 pounds, so I still had a long ways to go. Once I got down to 195 and I stayed there for maybe like a month, I realized, okay, this weight isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna have to really work to get it off. And that is when I started looking up all these weight loss videos, all these dieting videos, all of these like postpartum baby, postpartum weight loss videos and things like that. And I didn't really find any videos that stuck out to me that really like helped me, should I say. I just saw that like Kim Kardashian did Atkins, and I know that Beyonce did some like really intense dieting after she had her daughter at that time, because she hadn't had her twins yet. Yeah, I saw those things and I tried them, and I would eat really strict and I would do really well and I would lose a couple of pounds, and then I would just plateau again and I would give up, and I would have like a cheat day and it would turn into a cheat week, and it was just a complete disaster because I felt so deprived. I felt like I couldn't eat like a normal person. It was hard enough to eat. I have a newborn baby. Like, this is something that is completely new to me, and that's taking up a lot of my time and energy. I was also a full-time college student, so I just had a lot of changes happening in my life, and trying to figure out how to like lose weight and how to eat healthier. And at that point, it wasn't even how to eat healthier, it was like how to eat the least amount that I can, and how to like eat like broccoli chicken and like brown rice every day and an omelet for breakfast, and just like those very like cookie cutter things that you see people do that you think, if I do this I can lose weight. But it's not necessarily that easy for everyone. Even if you're eating those foods, like, you're going to eventually give up. I ended up deciding to just make healthier choices rather than like follow a specific diet. Around that same time, I was watching Ali Dallas, I believe that's how you pronounce it. She used to vlog, like daily vlog and vlog all the time, and she went through a weight loss journey when she was younger. But she was also kind of struggling with finding the balance of making it a lifestyle, and she recommended to follow this woman who goes by KGMTL. Every morning, KGMTL would get on Instagram and she would drink her lemon water and she would make her bulletproof coffee, and she would show these recipes and these ways of eating that were not keto, they were not low carb, they were not like any specific diet, but they were very clean. And that was kind of like my introduction into like clean eating and paying attention to ingredients and knowing what you put in your body and what it does for your body, and like really focusing on your digestive health rather than like weight loss, you know? So I ditched a lot of the like 100-calorie snacks and a lot of the diet foods, and I started implementing a lot of the different things that she would preach about on her channel because they made sense. She would really like go in depth with the scientific backing. And at that time, my husband ended up wanting to lose weight too, and so he was having me make him really healthy food, so I didn't have that distraction of like him wanting something bad or him grabbing takeout. Like, we were kind of in it together. And at that point, I slowly started losing the weight. And not even slowly, I was losing on average about 10 pounds a month, because it took me, I would say, by the time my daughter was 6 months, I was about 50 to 55 pounds down. And then like several months later, I ended up doing keto to just drop an extra 10 pounds because there was no other way for me to drop that like really stubborn weight. But yeah, for me, honestly, weight loss and losing weight is more so about being healthy and just focusing on foods that have ingredients that fuel you, that have nutrients. Don't eat anything that has empty calories. Upping my water intake helped tremendously incorporating the most amount of fruits and veggies, whatever fruits and veggies that I really enjoyed eating and that tasted good, not just eating them just to eat them. I would cook them. I would look up recipes with them. I would limit my red meat. Like, I just started eating foods that made me feel good, made me happy, and I really just started focusing on like how I felt, and with that, weight would just come off, and I would step on the scale and I'd be down a little bit, and I would step on the scale and I would be down a little bit. And I know it sounds crazy, and when I would hear people say that in videos, like I didn't get it. Like, I would think like, I can never cut out something so small, like cut out my morning coffee with sugar and lose weight. Like, that would never happen for me. Like, I have to take such extremes, and taking extremes does work. But it won't be a lifestyle, and if it's not a lifestyle, then eventually you'll go back to how you were eating before, and then you'll gain weight. So yeah, that's how I lost the weight. Like I said, the last 10 pounds, I wanted to lose it quickly, and I did keto. I don't recommend keto. It does work. I lost 10 pounds in like a week, but I was very, very backed up, TMI, because a lot of the foods that you're eating and a lot of the ingredients that go into making things keto are not necessarily the best for you. Yeah, that's how I lost the weight. I'm 45 pounds down, and I am 9 months postpartum, so I know that this works. This is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything crazy. I did not work out at all. There was zero exercise involved the first time around. This time I am incorporating a little bit of cardio just because I know that it's good for my health, and I feel a lot better when I do it. But yeah, I wish that I had like a secret answer or something that I could just say like, here, take this or do this, but it really is simple. It's just processing it through your mind, understanding ingredients, understanding the things you're putting in your body, and you're gonna want, and the weight's just gonna fall off. Literally, it's just gonna fall off. You don't have to be crazy restrictive. You don't have to be on a crazy diet. You don't have to work out like a mad person. Like, it can be very, very simple. And if you have any more questions, or if you want to see like what I eat in a day or anything like that, I can film that for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe for more postpartum weight loss and just motherhood content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.